Have you ever looked at your Google Ads, seen all the clicks you're paying for, and then wondered, why isn't my phone ringing off the hook? Well, in this quick explainer, we're going to break down what makes a potential customer actually pick up the phone and call your business.
So let's get right into it. You're running ads, you see the clicks rolling in, the dashboard looks like things are happening, but when you look at your actual call log, it's quiet. Or, maybe even worse. The calls you do get are just not the right fit. This is, without a doubt, one of the most common and frustrating problems for any local service business.
And here's the thing, the reason this happens isn't some big, complicated secret. It actually boils down to a single, fundamental misunderstanding about what you're really telling Google to do for you. And as we're about to see, it's a misunderstanding that can cost you a ton of money in wasted ad spend.
So let's solve this little mystery. The very first thing we have to get crystal clear on is this. A click is not a call. I know it feels like they should be linked, but in the world of Google Ads, they are two totally different things. This right here shows you the huge difference in value. Over on the left, a click could be, almost anything. It could be an accidental tap while someone's scrolling. It could be a price shopper who's just looking for the absolute cheapest quote. It could even be one of your competitors checking you out. And importantly, it's someone who might tap your ad, but then never actually dials the number. Now on the right, you have a call. That's the gold, right? That's a real person with a real problem looking to have a real conversation. The trouble is, Google, by itself, has no idea how to tell the difference between the two.
And this gets to the absolute heart of the problem. Google's algorithm is unbelievably powerful, but it's not a mind reader. It's a machine, and it's designed to follow your instructions perfectly. It will get you more of whatever you tell it is a win. So if you tell it that any old click is a win, what's it going to do? It's going to go out and find you more people who are likely to click, not necessarily people who are likely to become a customer.
This brings us to a really, really helpful way to think about your Google Ads account. Think of it as your newest employee, a brand new digital salesperson. And just like any new hire, you have to train it on what its real job is. And right now, there's a pretty good chance you're accidentally training it to do the completely wrong thing. So yeah, you're the manager here. Your Google Ads account is that new salesperson, and it's eager to please. If you reward it for just getting anyone to touch the front door, even if they immediately walk away, it's just going to keep doing that over and over. You have to be the one to teach it what a real, qualified lead actually looks and sounds like.
So let's just walk through what this flawed training process actually looks like. Step 1. Your goal is simple, right? Get more book jobs. But step 2, the signal you're giving Google is to reward every single click as a victory. So what happens next? Well, Google's action is to learn from that and go find more people who are great at clicking regardless of why they're doing it. And the result? You already know it. Wasted ad spend and a trickle of qualified leads, if any.
Okay, so how do we fix this? It's all about changing the signal. We need to stop rewarding those low-value clicks and start telling Google what a high-value outcome actually is. It's time to define what a good call means for your business.
This is the big shift in thinking. Your goal is not to get more clicks, your goal is to have more conversations. The moment you start teaching Google to optimize for a real conversation, everything changes. You're basically telling it, hey, ignore all that other noise and just focus on finding the people who are serious enough to actually talk.
And we do this by creating something called a quality signal. This isn't just a click anymore. This is a new rule for Google. We're telling the system, hey, listen up. Don't count this as a success unless the phone actually connects and the person stays on the line for a meaningful amount of time. This is how you start to filter out all the junk.
So what's a meaningful amount of time? Well, a fantastic starting point is 60 seconds. Just think about it for a second. A wrong number, a spam call, someone asking for a service you don't even offer. Almost all of those calls are over in less than a minute. By telling Google to only pay attention to calls that last longer than 60 seconds, you are automatically training it to ignore all of that low-quality traffic.
So to put it all together, this new, smarter signal is pretty straightforward. First, you only track real connected phone calls. Second, you tell the system to ignore any call that doesn't meet your quality standard, like anything under 60 seconds. This simple change tells Google's powerful brain to stop hunting for random tappers and start hunting for actual talkers, people with real intent who want your help.
So what happens when you actually make this change? What's the end result when you train your digital salesperson the right way? Will you move from this frustrating world of just chasing clicks to a much more profitable world of creating real conversations?
This table just lays it all out perfectly.
On the left, you've got the click-focused way. The goal is just clicks and traffic. So what does Google learn to find? People who tap ads. And the business result is high spending with a really low return on investment. But look at the right, the conversation-focused approach. Now your goal is qualified calls. Google learns to find people with real problems. And the result for your business? Efficient ad spend, and most importantly, more booked jobs.
So let's circle all the way back to that original question. What makes someone actually call your business? It's not about luck, and it's not some unsolvable mystery. It's because your advertising system has been deliberately and intentionally trained to go find people who want to have a real conversation and to completely ignore everyone else.
And that really leaves us with one final crucial question for you to think about. When you look at your own advertising strategy, are your ads being trained to find you more clicks, or are they being trained to find you more customers?
Hey, if you found this breakdown helpful and you want more of these kinds of practical insights to help you turn your ad spend into actual paying jobs, make sure you subscribe for more explainers just like this one.
At Proper Marketers, our whole mission is to help service businesses put these exact strategies into practice, to turn their Google ads from a source of frustrating clicks into a reliable engine for real calls and book jobs. Thanks so much for watching.